Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Dylan Zingler and I am here to talk to you about Stor.Guru, a personal inventory system for your home. Thank you everybody for joining me for this live session. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you to Beth for letting me go live on her group. And yeah, so I guess let's get into it. I want to go over some of the basics of Stor.Guru and a little bit about what it is. So I have this slide here. So what is Stor.Guru? Stor.Guru is essentially a home inventory website. It's just a website, but it takes advantage of a whole bunch of different features that you may not have known is possible in the browser. Also, it uses unique QR code labels, and this is probably the biggest, most important factor of Stor.Guru. Every QR code is unique and different, and that's what allows you to identify each and every item by itself. And also, the scanner on your phone's camera is a scanner using your phone's camera, and that's important too because your mobile device now turns into the platform at which you help you basically keep your things organized. So why is Stor.Guru useful? Stor.Guru is useful because it frees the mind. We've seen that when you're able to actually put things down digitally, it's kind of like taking notes on your things. Your brain doesn't have to remember everything that what the locations of everything. So there is some mental capacity that is now free to do other things, and anytime you need something, you can go and search for it, which is the next bullet. Makes items searchable. So everything in your home now is able to be searched for by either its name or its tags, and that allows for like quick location because each item has a path to it. One of my examples that I give is your Christmas decorations or any decorations for that matter. But if you have them in a storage bin, you need to know kind of where that storage bin is. Maybe your metal shelves, and where are your metal shelves sitting? Potentially in your garage or your basement. But having that searchable allows you to kind of pinpoint exactly where something is. And also, this is another huge point, is that it allows for a collaborative organization. So collaborative organization, to me, is the ability to get multiple people organizing in a single area and everybody to be on the same page once you're done. And because it's all digital, we're able to send a message anytime one of the items changes. And this is pretty important because it really does function like a Google Docs document where someone types a word and everybody sees it. So anytime someone adds a new tag to an item or changes the item's name or takes a new picture of the item, that goes out to all users across all devices, and it ends up being a pretty cool feature, and it really divides up the work when you have multiple people working on it. So with that being said, I'd like to go through maybe a short little demo. Hey, how's it going? So right here I have my mobile device all set up. You can kind of see I have it connected to my computer, and anytime I scroll up or down on it, you can see that move too. So right here you have the Stor.Guru homepage, the website, which you can just go to in any browser by going to stor.guru, no .com or anything after that. The domain name extension is .guru. So yes, I already have an account associated with this, so you're going to see me log in and come up to my profile. Anybody, by the way, can create a user and log into it, and yeah, so what really is where all of the where you have to do the organizing and stuff, that takes place in an account, and those two are a little bit different. So once you sign in, you also need to be a part of account. And I have some other videos and like documentation on like how to do that. But one important thing too I wanted to kind of point out on this page is that if you really wanted to try out our scanner and see if it works and stuff, and to see if you actually like it, here is the scanner kind of working on the home page, and that's a fun little tool to kind of try out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and press one of these green buttons to log in, and it'll take me to my user's home page. And yep, cool. All right, so now everything's loaded, and you'll see under the account section I've had this JUMPSTART Pro Organizers section, and that's an account that I've already created and added a few items into the account just for demo purposes. So we can click on that, and it takes me to a page, the account page, where I can change my name, description, and then it also helps you manage users within the site. You can see that I'm the only user listed, and I am currently the owner of it, but you can add new users by adding their email or their username that they've selected within the application, and you can also select different roles for them. So a cohabitant, organizer, read-only. So these allow for different access levels within the app, so that if you want to just show somebody your stuff, you can set them to read only. If you want to help them organize things, you can set it to organize, and that'll allow you to kind of go in and just put things back where you think they might be, or change the location of things. The cohabitant is really if you're I mean, in terms of professional organizers, if you're going in and helping somebody with a new job, or it's anybody who else lives in that home, they'll be able, and owns the stuff, they'll be able to actually change the names of things, the tags of things, and all that. So, yeah, and also there's billing information if you're the owner here at the bottom. And so, yeah, I guess the next main thing to do is kind of actually to go into inventory, and you can see at the top it looks like 3 different buttons: a house, our Stor.Guru logo, and then my profile picture. The house is actually the inventory section of the page, and that's going to take you when you press that button directly to the scanner, which I already have set up and configured here. And you can see you know, my hand is ready to is a live feed from my phone, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so right now I have this storage bin here, and I'd like to go through some of the stuff in it. So what I'm going to do is scan the QR code here on the side of the box, and that looked like it's scanned, and it now says that I have my toiletries bin here. And yeah, so this is basically a Sterilite container that I use to keep a whole bunch of my items that I store under my sink in my bathroom. And you see that it has a name. It actually has a tag of toiletries, a short description, and then if you go down a little bit further, you can kind of see all of the contents that are stored within this container. The picture doesn't show that. I could update the picture and actually show everybody, but right now through the application, this is what it thinks that is all inside of there. So I have some ibuprofen, liquid bandage, Aleve, butterfly band-aids, and some hair trimmer grooming supplies. And then here at the bottom, you can see that there's QR codes. All these QR codes are on the box, and this allows for being able to scan items on shelves, and it doesn't necessarily matter what outward facing direction. If that side has a QR code, it makes it easy to kind of just scan and know what's inside the box. And on top of that, it's a clear container, so if you can quickly just see what's in it, it really does help. But yeah, Stor.Guru is almost one level above that, is because you can be sitting somewhere else and know what's in that box. So for this demo, I'm going to be adding I'm going to be adding our toothbrushes, my extra toothbrushes here. You can kind of see I have a pack of them. I already put a Stor.Guru label on the front of that. You can kind of see that there. But it's going to go through adding a new item. So let me go to... Oh shoot, I lost connection on my my phone. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to set that back up again for you. Should take real quick. I apologize. This is kind of the troubles of having a live demo like this. And it happens, you know. I really do think that this is cool, and this is actually how I make all my videos, by connecting my phone and actually running it off the device so everybody can see it. But yeah. All right, come on. All right, one more second. Okay, all right, cool. Sorry about that, everybody. So we see that I have my phone here, and it's on the scanner, and you can see it's on the from the menu page. Here's all the different pages, and yeah. So I'm going to scan my new toothbrushes. I'm going to add a name to the toothbrushes. I'm going to actually say extra toothbrushes. And yeah, I'll save that. And then I'm going to also take a picture of it. And hopefully this shows up pretty well. Yep, that looks pretty good. All right, extra toothbrushes. Those are now saved, good to go. And I wanted to go through adding a new tag. So the tags are really important because they allow you to group different items together. And when you have this ability, you can begin to kind of see what like items are in your home. So just by searching with tags, if you see that all of maybe your knitting supplies or decorations for a specific holiday are kind of scattered about, being able to kind of group it with a tag can help you see that they're in different locations, and that you can actually go out and try and get those in a single location, because that does help with overall organization. So yeah, I actually jumped over to the manage the tags page, which you can see in the menu is the tags page, and I'm going to add a new tag here at the bottom, and I'm going to call it dental supplies, or just dental. And you can select a new color for it. I'll do this blue, and you can also save a description with it, but I chose not to at this point. And so if we go and search for our toothbrush, oh, it's not showing up. Let me go back to the scanner and scan this guy one more time. Okay, all right, cool. So, oh, you know what? I had a space. I didn't spell toothbrush correctly. Let me try that again just to make sure and show you guys that toothbrush actually does work correctly. Okay, yeah, sorry. I had a space between toothbrushes. So yeah, that actually does work. And I'm going to add this new tag to it of dental so that later on, I can actually find and group other things that I have my dental supplies with. So you can press dental, and that actually takes you to the search page and shows you all the items associated with that tag, which is pretty cool. So for example, I have first aid here. I'm going to go to basically search for items by the first aid tag, and I have butterfly band-aids and liquid bandage. So yeah, at this point, I'm going to show everybody how to get to, like actually how to put my new toothbrushes that I have here inside of a container. And I just wanted to point out too that I'm kind of going through this pretty slowly. We have found some different ways that make it really easy for items to be found, or to kind of speed up the whole Stor.Guru process. It kind of is a lot easier if you just take a picture of it or put a label on it, take a picture of it, and then kind of keep going with the organizing things and maybe scan it into your container, because then later on you can go back and add all of the metadata, or I say metadata, but just all the other information like the tags, like the name or the description, to those items when you're doing something else, like when you're not sitting there directly ready to be focused on where things should go while organizing. So yeah, I have these toothbrushes. I'm going to use the organize feature here, which brings up another scanner, and I call this the sandwich method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan the container that this item goes on, which is the toiletries bin. Okay, and that opens the sort of sandwich. And then if I wanted to add a lot of different items to this container, what I would do is go through and just scan all the items, QR codes, that I want to add. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I just added the extra toothbrush. And then I'm going to scan the container again. So I believe that should have updated the item's contents. Oh, I apologize. That might not have worked initially. Alright, you know what? I'm going to go through this a different way. Yeah, so I'm on the toothbrush page, and I want to update the path. And what I can do is just scan directly that item. Oh, you know what? For some reason, it got stored inside of it. I'm going to update the contents, remove that item from its contents, close that scanner, and I'm going to go and then now directly just add this item inside of it and update it as its parent. And now we can go to the toiletries bin and see that the dental supplies, the toothbrushes, are now inside of it. And then that's kind of your okay to kind of go ahead and place it inside of it. So yeah, that's the general gist of Stor.Guru. I think it's definitely a developing product, and I'm working on it, and I do need everybody's help to actually make this something that is incredibly useful to people, because I think it has a lot of potential. Everybody, I think, uses a lot of mental energy trying to remember where things are, and you have to ask the last person who used that thing to be able to find it. And it just, I believe that the tool that I've set up is a lot better than previous implementations of this, because it really works on all devices. It uses unique QR codes, and it really does a good job of trying to represent all the items in the physical world, which is what you need when you organize something with a digital solution like this. So I want to offer everybody a free 6-month trial. We've been giving that out to everybody to try and just get some general feedback on it. But after that, it's then $5 a month, which we think is pretty reasonable. And if you sign up, we want to give you all the labels that you need basically to get going with this. So if you send us your postal address, we'll get you out our Stor.Guru labels as quick as possible. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. I'm super excited for everybody to be able to join me on this. And thanks again to Beth for letting me go live on her group. And if anybody has any questions, please put them down in the comments. I can kind of field questions now at this point. So at this point, I think that we'll probably finish it up. And so again, thank you everybody, and I look forward to achieving organizational Zen with you. Thanks. Bye.